We are live. Let's Get Stupid, episode 2. I'm going to call this 286 and a half because if you're a YouTube listener, well, then you got the treat of having a podcast on Monday, 2 days ago. If you're a Spotify user, which probably 99% of you are, it wouldn't let me pull the audio because I didn't realize before I went in studio that we had the service we use only holds about 50 hours worth of episodes, or 50 exactly, and we were 49 and a half going in. So we did stream it live, so it is on YouTube, but the file wouldn't save because it didn't store because it was out of storage. So I was going to go try in and pull the audio from YouTube and I don't know, see if it doesn't get distorted or whatever, but it didn't save. So if you want to listen to the episode, go to the podcast, the podcast went to the YouTube. It'll be episode 286. Me and Finn did about an hour. Pretty good show, I think. But unfortunately, like I said, no audio was able to be pulled. So we are going to hop on tonight. Just Jacob Ross and I. Finn called me yesterday. Said he got stuck at work, or was going to be stuck at work tonight as well. And I think Jacob's out of town tomorrow. Finn's busy volleyball. Seems like if we don't get this done on a Wednesday, we get kind of screwed. So we are going to hop on tonight. Jacob's joining me now and get a couple 2-3 minutes in on here. Bam, Jacob's on. Well, you can't hear me? Oh, what the hell? You're muted, Jacob. I can't hear you either.
Hello, hello.
Oh, you're on. Are your headphones not syncing up? Let me text you, buddy. Maybe
now we got it.
Okay, you good?
We're good. No headphones. Got it. No problem.
Raw dogging it.
Yeah, man. Can you hear me okay? Mic's working?
Yeah, I hear you perfect. You hear me?
Oh, you sound loud and clear.
I thought you were trying to be like Finn. Like, as soon as we started, you have 15 minutes worth of technical stuff that should have been handled 286 episodes ago.
Yeah, no, I don't know why it would not register my headphones as the audio output. Normally, I literally have zero issues. So whatever, I'll just go through the speakers. No problem.
As I say, usually in settings, do you just
it wasn't even showing up, but it was connected to my Mac. So I was like, I don't know what to do about this. So, whatever.
Strange. Oh well, we're on. We're live.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here, buddy. Thanks for joining me tonight. Finn, like I was getting up mentioning, Finn is stuck at work, called me yesterday in desperation. I didn't answer because I was out to dinner, but he is busy. I don't think you'd be available for another hour, and it's way past me and Jacob's bedtime. Actually, Jacob, what is your bedtime now? You're all fucked up, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't know. It's somewhere between 7 p.m. and 1 a.m.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, we'll get into that. Before that, real quick, we are brought to you by Pioneer Fit, the best belts both sides of Mississippi, whether it's a dress belt, whether it's a baseball belt, a lifting belt, a dip belt, a tire pulling belt, you name it. Leather-wise, belt-wise, he is the man. And also, I saw a neat idea. If you are getting married soon, a neat idea, instead of the typical flasks or a tie or some bullshit, get them a belt with their name on it. You guys can all have matching belts up at the altar. Pretty cool idea. I saw that this afternoon. Somebody ordered a bunch of belts for the groomsmen. So another good idea. If you give Matt a little bit of time, he can knock out a bunch of groomsmen belt, and you guys can all have matching Pioneer belts, and something they'll actually use, because I can't tell you the time that I've been stood up in weddings, or been standing up in a wedding rather, and I couldn't tell you what I got, and I couldn't tell you where it is. So, but a belt, actually, I take that back. Cam gave me a belt, and I still have it. It's a belt with a belt buckle with a K on it that I still have. So stuff like that is pretty cool, sticks around. So if you want to get something like that, Matt can do that. He's doing some right now. So check him out. He supports us. You should support him. Jacob Ross, word was you were back in Africa to avoid responsibility here, and you were sipping Mai Tais out there or something again.
Yeah.
Can you confirm or deny the rumors that we started?
I can do both, actually. Do both at the same time. I had 0 Mai Tais in Africa. I did have a couple of gin and tonics.
What the fuck is a Mai Tai? I don't even know what a Mai Tai is.
Yeah, I thought it was like a rum fruit juice kind of drink, right?
Rum-based cocktail known for its balanced, boozy, and refreshing profile.
Ooh, refreshing.
I hate
Sounds like
them.
this should be on Massonomics.
Yeah, they'll probably have
When they try a beverage, they can try Mai Tai.
Yeah,
Start trying
Mai
some
Tais.
cocktails.
I drank too much rum when I was like 15. Now I'll never drink it again.
Yep, that's me with wine. Can't do it.
Boone's Farm?
No, I've never told this story. Oh my
No, I
gosh.
don't think so.
So back when Alicia was still competing, she was getting ready for the Olympia, and there used to be a private like restaurant next to the gym where we would order food for our NFL guys. So they would come and work out, and then they would get like a freshly made lunch. And when I say private restaurant, like the public could go, but it was like a chef. It was like a one-off restaurant. It was a chef who ran it. It wasn't like a chain, and they weren't always open. It was one of those kind of places. And so they had this like private wine tasting, and you know, with like a 7 or 8 course meal. They flew out this guy from California. He was going to present all these wines, paired them with the specific meal, and the tickets were like $200 each. This is like 2011, long time ago.
Jesus.
And they gave us 2 tickets because we do so much business with them and we bought so much lunches for them, right? And I didn't know it was a wine tasting. My boss was like, hey, this restaurant was called Bluegrass. They were like, Bluegrass gave us 2 tickets for this private dinner. You're working so much. Why don't you take your Alicia and I were dating at the time. Like, why don't you take your girlfriend Alicia? It'd be a really nice dinner. I'm like, oh, that actually sounds nice. She was probably like 7 weeks out from the Olympia, something like that. So I'm like, you know, she could eat a little bit. It's okay. So we show up, we're somewhat dressed up, and I look at the setting, and there's like 40 seats in the whole restaurant set up, and these like super long tables, and there's literally like 8 wine glasses, different kinds, shapes, sizes sitting out. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is not good. Because the one thing she can't do is drink.
Right. Yeah, no way.
So I didn't want to look like a jerk. So I would drink all of my wine, and I would swap my glass with hers and drink some of hers. Well, of course, you can see where this story's going. After a few, couple of courses from like a 7-course meal, I was pretty drunk. And so then the waitress is like, oh, you really like this one, sir? I'm like, hell yeah, I do.
Fill it up.
Fill it up. And now thankfully, there's wine tasting. So they weren't necessarily from the get-go doing full pours, but I think by the end of it, they were just giving me full pours. So I don't know how much I drank. It was a considerable amount of wine. Probably had alcohol poisoning because I literally got back to my apartment and Alicia was like what you would normally do for like a woman, she was doing for me. Like I didn't have hair, but she was like
hold your
holding
hair. Oh, okay.
yeah, basically just throwing my guts out. Oh my gosh. Ever since then I can't drink wine. Just can't do it.
So I never even got into wine. I went to, I think it was Napa Valley with Amber years ago. And like we just kept getting in the tastings and I would just do what you did. I would try a sip and then I'd just give it to Amber. I think she had a lot of fun, but I was like, I went to the best place to taste wine and I'm like, I don't know.
Can't.
I don't know if it's an acquired taste. You got to just keep, it's like beer. You just got to keep drinking it. But not that a beer's acquired taste, but you don't really like it when you first drink it.
I mean, I think there's some of that. Like, I think that, like whiskey for me was an acquired taste. Like the very, very first time I tasted it, I was like, I don't really see what all the fuss is about. But by the end of it, I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Even beer for me was like that. Like we've talked about this before. I don't think I took a sip of alcohol till I was 22.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like a, I don't know, like this massive moral conflict that I had. It was more about, I just felt like it would mess up my workouts. I just wanted to work out and be strong and look good. So, so when I first tasted beer, the first beer I ever tasted was Corona, which I think is a great beer to start with, right? Pretty light, pretty refreshing. And then, you start tasting other stuff and you're just like, ooh, ugh, yeah, not so good. Like the really happy stuff. And what's that?
Kirkland beer.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, that's an award-winning beer there, Tom. So
that's gross.
No, like I think the worst beer I had back then was like Natty Light. It's like, this is just like the worst water.
Or Keystone.
Yeah, Keystone. Oh my gosh, it was so terrible. I'm like, what is this? This is god awful.
My brother Tim is like the cheapest, not anymore really, but he's still a little bit like the cheapest motherfucker ever. And he would only buy like Keystone because it was like $12.99 for a fucking 30 rack. And I would just drink that all the time. I'm like, this is the worst thing ever, dude.
Jeez, yeah. I mean, and my thing was like when I started drinking, I was like, man, I want to get lit as quickly as possible. So I don't want to drink 20 beers. I'd rather drink 4
Right.
shots or
Yep.
big string, done with it. So
Yeah.
anyway, well, this podcast is going great.
It's going down that let's get stupid rabbit hole.
We are down it. Well, I will say this, if you're a real fan, you would be like, wait a second, what's going on here? Because from my understanding, this is a kind of a bonus episode, or there was a hidden episode somewhere within the Let's Get Stupid realm that you may or may not know about.
Yeah, I explained it that the big YouTubers fans got the episode. This rest of 99% of the listeners did miss it. So, but is it on YouTube? It is on YouTube. That's why I called it 286 and a half.
There you go.
So we got
every half inch
something.
Matters.
That's right, dude. Bam.
Pioneer
okay,
Fit.
so you back to Zimbabwe before we got on our rant. So
yeah, well,
back
I
in
had to
Africa.
run to Zimbabwe. Yeah. I wasn't planning on going. Wasn't in the books. But I got a call and said, could you go to Zimbabwe and kind of lead a group of people who goes to see some of the work that we do. This is with a nonprofit that I work for. And I said, sure. When you work remotely, by nature, it's kind of difficult to say that you had something you had to do, if that makes sense, because I'm already by definition not working at a specific place. So no, honestly, like of course, I told my boss this too when I said yes. I mean, it would be nice if there would have been some heads up or a little bit more break between when I was gone and this trip, but happy to do it in the sense that I love taking people to Africa for their first time. Like there's nothing better, in my opinion. It's one of the funnest things I get to do in my job. This was a group of people who the company that they work for supports us. And so they send their employees to go see some of the work, and just kind of like a perk for them, kind of a way of giving back too, because, every time somebody spends a week in Zimbabwe as a tourist, it creates a permanent full-time job for a year for somebody. So just showing up and having the best time of your life creates a job for a year. That's pretty impactful money.
In Zimbabwe?
In Zimbabwe. Yeah. If you and Amber flew to Zim for a week, that's 2 permanent jobs for a year you created just by showing up.
I don't get it. Why?
That's
why
how much
showing up.
Like
because showing up and spending money, showing up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, but I guess by definition of showing up, you've now spent money on a hotel and food, and whatever.
Yeah.
But like kind of your average tourism dollars, because they're so dependent on tourism as an economy. They're about 70% unemployment right now. So the few jobs that are out there are usually tourism based, and of course, if tourism is up, then they can hire more people, and it's the easiest job to take. Anyway, yeah. So just that is impactful. So anyway, I love leading these groups. I've gotten to do it a couple times now, and get to show them the work that we're doing, but then also get to show them Africa. I mean, we went up on top of Victoria Falls. If you saw my picture, I'm flexing, on the edge of the world. It looks like it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
We get to go out on safari because for a lot of these people, it'll be their first and only time in Africa. And so you want to actually experience the continent as well. Got to see my first rhino. That was sick.
What? You didn't send me a picture. You sent me a lion eating
a giraffe.
Giraffe.
Yeah, that was also pretty cool. Yeah, they modeled a little giraffe. It was like a teenager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They don't like to go after the big ones. They're too much work.
And
did you know this? Giraffe skin is incredibly thick, like super thick.
Oh,
it's just a pain to get through. Yeah, very hard to get through. So, I got to see a lion eating a giraffe. I got to see my first rhino. I ended up seeing 3. The pictures I'll post them at some point. I've just been so freaking busy since I got back. When I start posting them, you'll see they look like a little bit rounded, kind of like the original Ninja Turtle, rhino. There was a rhino and the warthog. The original one kind of has like rounded, and it's because to prevent poaching, they're like fingernails. They like clip them off every like 4 or 5 years, because if they get really tall and spiky the way they're supposed to be, then poachers want to come, and they don't just take the top part of the horn. They actually cut down into where, like, it'd be like cutting down into your fingernail bed, like where your fingernail like attaches, and ends up killing the animal. So to prevent that, they just shave them off like every 5 years. They tranquilize them, shave them off. And Zimbabwe hasn't had a rhino poached in 40 years.
Damn.
40 years. It's
so
pretty impressive. So they kind of look a little strange because they're kind of like these rounded, nubs. But there was one rhino I got to see who had the full horn. She's 39, and they just, rhinos, I guess, live to be around 40, and they just didn't think she would survive the tranquilizing process. So they like, you know what, we're just going to leave her horn. If they really want to come get her, I mean, I guess go for it. So that was pretty cool to see.
Interesting. Does it look like? Let me see. Pull this up.
I can send you the picture too. Yes. Yep. Slightly different species, but yes.
Yeah. Wait, 500 and 900. That's a big difference. 500 is what? 1,100 pounds. 500 kilos is 1,100.
Yep.
So about double that.
Dan's a little under Dan's squat.
Damn.
Yeah, but they are endangered. And it's all due to just poaching for their horn. That's it. It's nothing else to do with the animal. They don't care about them. There's not like some sick rhino steaks you can get or, rhino skin boots or some shit like that. It's all based on the horn.
I'm trying to see what they're worth because they have no medical value and they say legally traded on the black market for tens of thousands of dollars per kilogram.
Mm-hmm.
The horn's value fluctuates, but it has sold for as much as $60,000 per kilogram or $27,000 per pound in Asia. A single horn can fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars, making it more valuable per pound than gold or cocaine. Holy shit.
Yeah. Can't believe it's not rhino meth.
Wildlife trafficking is a multi-billion-dollar criminal enterprise, with rhino horn being one of the most lucrative illegal products. Damn, it's often linked to government corruption. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're laundering money through the illegal rhino horn trade. I don't know.
So they have like a picture of I would say a regular. I don't fucking know what you would call it. Let's just say a regular rhino horn for an adult, and it says worth $700,000.
I believe it.
Shit.
Yeah, because think about it from a country standpoint, the amount of work it is to track, I don't know how many rhinos they have. Let's say they have 80 rhinos in their country. To track them, trank them, shave them down, basically you're constantly doing this, right? Across all the rhinos based on their age. Yeah. I mean, it's worth it to them to spend that amount of money and resources to keep this thing alive.
So the government is the one that shaves them.
Yeah. They have an anti-poaching unit who's in charge of that.
Well, wouldn't it make more sense for them to wait the gate longer and then trank them and then shave them and then sell them?
That has been discussed, and I don't exactly know country to country where that lands, but that's actually been a discussion. Is like, well, wait a second, why don't we just do that? Because then we can make some money and we could then fund our, anti-poaching efforts. The problem with that is some people are like, well, wait a second, you're also exacerbating the illegal market. There can't be a market if there's no horns. So, which side do you take? I don't know, man. That's a tough question. Very tough question. It'd be like the U.S. government saying, we just seized all this cocaine. What if we just sell some of it? It'll help us stop more cocaine. Like, I don't know.
Oh, hey, your taxes are going to go down. You got to let us sell this coke, though. Well, that's fine. Work with the drug dealers.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I'd vote yes on that.
Yeah.
Law.
So it's a wild thing. And then we got to go to Botswana for a day. We've never been to Botswana. It's like an hour drive. Wasn't that far. And got to go in the Chobe Preserve. And the cool thing about Chobe is there's a river that runs through there. So we did like 2 hours in like a truck, and then we did 2 hours on an actual boat. So you're going up and down the river, and you got to see crocodiles and hippos, and there's kind of this marshland in the middle of these rivers that's, stable enough where you can actually eat. And of course, the grass is real green from the water. And I got to see elephants cross the river. And like the babies actually hang on to the mom's tail with their trunk, just like you see in the movies. Damn. Like, it's pretty cool. Yeah. So I was actually even though I've been a few times, this was a little bit different experience because I haven't done those things yet. And so it was really cool to, kind of experience that with them. And when you're in the boat, you can pull right up to the bank, and like the animals just don't care about you because the boat's so quiet and you're in the water. So they're like, whatever, we ain't worried about you. So like you got to see elephants literally like 10 feet away from you, like just walking past you. And if you've never seen an elephant in person, like, oh my gosh, it's just incredible. And then how big they are, like walking like that. And then the other really interesting thing and then I promise you I'll stop going on and on about elephants, is they walk completely silently. Like, you've heard this, like, thundering herd of elephants, like that line? It couldn't be further from the truth. They don't even make a sound because basically at the bottom of their feet, they have what we would have like as an ankle bone kind of, but instead of having bones that form a foot, they just have this big fat pad. So when they step down, their foot kind of this fat pad kind of squishes out and it's completely silent. So like we were sitting there on the boat and I just told everybody in the group, like, hey, for 5 seconds, just close your eyes and tell me what you hear. Couldn't hear anything. And there's literally 20 elephants right in front of us. Couldn't even hear.
Interesting. Yeah, it says their feet are padded with fatty tissue that act as a shock absorber and sound dampener, allowing them to move with surprising quietness despite their enormous size. They also walk on their toes, utilizing the soft, spongy pad underneath their cushion, their steps. It's essential for survival, helps them avoid predators. Blah, blah, blah. Damn.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, it's really cool. It's really, really cool. I mean, it sounds like Africa's like this crazy far place to go, and it is. But if you ever get a chance to visit or want to, do it, B, hit me up if you need help with that. You will not be disappointed as long as the trip's done right. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
Ice cold Malort. You cannot get that in Africa. I'll tell you that right now.
Is that an only Chicago drink?
I didn't know about it until I moved here. So sure. I mean, also I wasn't looking, but
I mean, for those who are just listening, we got a comment from Michael Vespedad. Michael V sent us a message giving Ice Cold Malort a shout out. I've never heard of it. I mean, obviously I'm from this area, but I've only heard of it in Illinois. I don't know if it's real popular. You can really spot the bottle. I'll bring a picture of it. It's real easy to spot in a bar, in my opinion. Malort's Booze. I don't know if it's just. I guess I can also ask the Google. Let me get a picture of it up.
Let's see.
It's not a very. Let's see. Yeah, this is what Malort looks like. Jebsen's Malort liqueur. Gross. I'll have to see if it's Illinois based. I just know it's a Chicago thing.
Yeah, I don't know much. Like I said, I never even heard of it till I came here. And of course, it's like everybody's first time to come to Illinois or Chicago. They're like, you gotta try Malort shot. You gotta try it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Not getting me.
It's terrible.
It's the worst fucking thing. It's not only sold in Illinois, it was originated in Chicago, and it's a cultural staple now in over 30 states.
30 states? It's in more places than Portillo's? There's no way.
That's what it says. It says increase distribution following its acquisition by CH Distillery in 2018. Move its production back to Chicago.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, it was. I said for many years it was only because it was first distributed here in Chicago. For many years it was only primarily available there.
How is there a market to carry that?
I have no fucking idea, dude. I don't know how anybody would like Malort's.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
there used to be this like sparkling water drink before LaCroix called Clearly Canadian. Do you remember this?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, like I don't see that anymore, but places are carrying Malort. How does that make sense? Clearly Canadian was delicious. It was it was the sparkling water before sparkling water.
Yeah, I remember as a kid we had some of that, and it was like,
heck yeah.
Yeah, variety. We go variety pack.
There it is. Oh,
peach,
they still make
raspberry, cherry, blackberry.
Glass bottles. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Blackberry is pretty good.
12 pack for $36. Variety pack. Yeah, looks like blackberry's the most famous. It's $45. Peach, strawberry. I remember strawberry. I remember drinking those as a kid.
Yeah. No,
yeah, Walmart's got them.
Dang, I didn't realize they were still around. Good for them. I have to order me some Clearly Canadian. Take that, LaCroix.
I wonder if they have them at Walmart, like in stores.
I'll stop by and check.
Because Walmart, I remember when I was doing my dieting, the best Diet Pop, whatever, not the best Diet Pop, the best variations of Diet Pop was Walmart. Not Meijer, not Super Target, fuck Walmart, dude. It was the king. You'd get all the off-brand, the Dr. Diet Dr. Pepper, blackberry or whatever,
Yeah.
any cream soda, the black, whatever the fuck it was Walmart always had it. Always.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the
Huh.
kings. There's only
I mean,
one Walmart in the area.
there's
One in
there's
St.
one
Charles.
north.
Is there?
No, that's Sam's Club. No,
Oh
there's
no,
Walmart there.
there's a Walmart
There's
next to
Walmart
it.
there. Yeah, by
Yeah, I
that
guess there's-
Portillo's over there.
Yep. Yeah, I guess there's two in our area, but I never go unless I'm getting Diet Pop.
You know what's funny? When my mom lived here, she would go all the time. I'm like,
Really?
you're driving past Meijer, past Costco, past Jewel to go to
Yep.
Walmart. And she's like, yep.
I don't get it. It's
Yeah,
not because
she
it's
would
like
always-
Walmart. It's whatever. It's fine, but it's not like if you want better quality stuff, you're gonna go to. I mean, I would say Target's the most expensive.
Sure.
But like Meijer's good. They got quality things, and it's
Yeah, Meijer's pretty good.
I think it's a nicer Walmart, but
Yeah. I mean, for me growing up, Walmart was like 10 miles away. It was like the coolest store ever. Like if you got to go to Walmart, it was just like this massive deal.
Yep.
And then when I went to college, I'll never forget this. I moved into my dorm room literally 3 days before school started. I picked the last. You have like 8 times you can move in across the summer. Well, that's not the whole summer, like the last month or so. And I picked the very last one, which basically instead of moving in and going back home for like a week or two, you just stay. So moved in, parents dropped me off. I just stayed. And I remember like, oh, I need to find a Walmart. I'm in a big city. I bet there's a Walmart everywhere. Woo. And, back then there wasn't an iPhone yet. So you had to go on MapQuest.
oh yeah,
Oh
print
my
out the
gosh,
directions.
That sounds so old.
I remember that.
Yeah. So I printed out my MapQuest directions. And I remember saying, oh my gosh, the Walmart back home was 10 miles away. This one's 3.1 miles. This is going to be there in 5 minutes. It's going to be incredible. It took me like 35 minutes to go there.
Oh,
And
man.
I was like, oh my gosh, like traffic. I never experienced traffic in my entire life. I was 18 years old. I'd never seen something like this. Traffic for us was like a cow got loose, something like that. It wasn't just traffic because there's so many people on the road. And so I remember I finally got there. It was later than I thought it was going to be because I was planning on being there in 5 minutes. So by the time I got out, it was dark outside. And then I saw somebody, I don't know what the situation was, but somebody was basically fighting somebody with a detergent bottle in a Walmart bag. Like somebody was like, they weren't like punching somebody or something. They were like yelling. And this other person had their Walmart bag and they started slinging it around like David and Goliath and had detergent in it. And they hit this guy upside the
Jesus.
head. No, it was wild. And then he ran off. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Like,
It's Walmart.
where am
Welcome to
I?
Walmart.
Jeez. And so ever since then, I started looking for, different options. I've never returned back to my Walmart roots, but maybe I will.
Yeah, that's all we went to growing up too. Ours was probably, I would say ours was 20 miles away, and it was the closest grocery store, and it was about 30 minutes. It was one of the things where you forgot something. It's like, well, we're not driving an hour to go get another
Right.
thing of rice.
Done.
It's just like this. We'll just wait till next week, dude.
Sure.
Yeah, it was. Because we grew up in the middle of nowhere too, and like just the closest town had a mom and pop store, but it was like obviously it's more expensive, and they always didn't have everything. So you're like, well, I'm gonna go out of my way to go to there to not get everything to go back to Walmart. So yeah, we grew up on Walmart too, and it was fine, but we didn't have any other options.
Yeah. I mean, for us, the only other option, it was about the same distance away, was a grocery store called Super One. You ever seen a Super One?
No.
I don't know. But anyway, they had really good produce, or at least that's what I was told. I wasn't buying the produce. So we go there for produce and then we buy everything else at Walmart, basically. And we had Berkshire's. Berkshire's is like a local kind of, I mean, they're decently sized now, but they're kind of like a local grocery store. But that was always more expensive. That's why we go to the other places. It was like you were saying, like that mom and pop place, like is more expensive. And they didn't have so much stuff. So
what's that nice one that they can cook all your chicken for you? It's not Mariano's. Is it Mariano's?
Yeah. It is Mariano's. Yeah. They'll do it at Mariano's.
I used to go there when I was single because obviously I'm like, well, I don't have to worry about how much money I spend on groceries because I don't give a fuck. It's just Tom. And I would go there and I would I would pick out my chicken breasts that were like $6 a fucking pound, which is ridiculous, but I didn't care. I'd pick out like 6 chicken breasts, like 3 steaks. They'd cook them all. I'd do all my shopping, come back and pick all my food up hot. I'm like, this is the best thing ever. I'm doing this forever. Well, it's like 6 months later, I never went back, but that store was like probably my favorite. And then now like the Caputo's by us was real nice.
Yeah.
What else? Is it a Whole Foods? That
There's
just
a Whole
opened up?
Foods now. It just opened up downtown. Yeah,
Yeah, that
downtown
could replace
Central.
Blue Goose, dude. No thanks. No
I haven't
thanks.
been in it.
We went. Me and Amber went for dinner for some reason. So like, you know what? They say they have good dinner there. Like, we weren't really dressed up. Like, whatever. Let's just go get something to eat there. Let's try it. Dude, we got like 2 rolls of cold sushi. It was just in a package. We're like, oh, whatever, we'll try this. And then we each got a plate of food from the buffet, and it was like $78. And I'm like,
Yeah,
this
it's expensive.
this is not even fucking close to being worth this. Because the food is like whatever, like $14.99 a pound or $17.99 a pound. So you just get whatever you want. But then by the time you weighed it all out, she got like a soup and some shit, dude. We spent, and then the sushi was like $15 a roll. And I was like, for cold sushi, I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, it was like $78. Like, I'm never coming back here. And they have a really nice bakery. So maybe if I needed a cake or something, but I'm like, dude, this is insane.
Well,
we
they
could have went out to
charge you
dinner.
100%. You guys could have gone to was it Miyamoto right there?
Yeah, we could have got $80 for
Literally
the
across the
sushi.
street. 100%. And been
right.
1,000 times happier.
Yeah, I was very disappointed.
Well, they upcharge you for the organic and locally sourced and all that.
It was ridiculous. I mean, I like it that they do the 10% off if you're an Amazon member, and I think everybody's a fucking Amazon because Amazon owns Whole Foods.
Sure.
But I'm like, this is just not. I'll spend $80 at dinner, but it's it can be worth it. But
not for a buffet.
I just figured
Golden Corral.
Right. We do have one of those.
We do have one of those.
They're remodeling it right now. It's actually, which I'm surprised.
You know what's funny?
Are doing
Avery's only request this summer, and I'm not kidding you, was to eat at a buffet. She wanted to eat a Golden Corral. That's all she wanted to do all summer.
A buffet or Golden Corral buffet?
Well, a buffet, but the only one I know of is Golden Corral. I mean, back home we had Luby's.
China House.
There's a China House buffet?
Well, there for sure used to be. I know when I was in high school, we'd go to the China House in DeKalb. It's right by the Walmart.
Ooh,
it's actually really well. I don't know. I was 16 at the time. It was really good.
Yeah.
And what we would do is we would all eat, and we wouldn't let them take our plates. So you get a plate. So 6 of us would get a plate. After we'd go squat, and then we'd all go out to China buffet like once a week. It was like our thing, and we'd try to get as many plates as we could stacked up until we were all full. Like 6 guys, like me and my brothers, a couple of training partners. It was like the best thing ever. It was like the best time of our lives,
Well, why haven't we done that now? We squat every week already. Just gotta go to Chinatown.
It's China House. Chinatown. Let's see if it's still open. Yeah, dude, it's 4.3 stars out of 1,700 reviews on Google.
Hey, now that's a legit rating.
That's pretty good, dude.
Oh yeah, that's over good. 4 stars with that many ratings. That's legit.
The right one? Let me make sure it's the right one. Oh yeah. Let me share this real quick. It was good when I was a kid. Obviously, when you're a kid, everything tastes a little bit better because you don't care. But yeah, it was it's served with love, tasty products, wide range of flavors.
Look at that.
I don't know about
have you ever ordered online? Have you?
From a buffet? God no. It's not far from
the gym. It can't be far.
No, it's probably I would probably be hard pressed if it was fucking 25 minutes from us. Probably 20.
Yeah, we got to make
spring roll, crab rangoon, chicken lo mein, shrimp fried rice, cream of sung young man. Oh, Jacob, you like that, don't you?
I love it.
Crab rangoon, those are good. Yeah, dude, maybe we should hit that up. Cam would love this.
Well, maybe that could be our next, we try to do something sometimes out at the gym. Maybe that could be our next thing. Like, hey, we're going to squat. And if you've ever wanted to squat with us, this is your weekend because we're going to go to China House afterwards.
Yeah, or stack plates.
We're going to stack plates in the gym and stack plates at China House.
Dude. That's the plan. Yeah. And I think at the end they had ice cream machines.
Oh,
so you can make your own cones or then make the swirl. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
This is like the best
chocolate and vanilla.
Yes. Yeah, that place is great, and it's like $20. All you can eat. I should have went there instead of Whole Foods.
Hell yeah,
would have a great time. Stomach ache and everything.
Oh my gosh! Now I'm thinking about buffets we had. Did you guys have Western Sizzling up here?
No.
It was a buffet where they would make you steak.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so like you would go and you would order it to be. I mean, it wasn't fancy, but you would go and like the first thing you would do after you paid was you would order your steak. And then you would go through the buffet line and then they would bring out whatever steak that you had ordered, you didn't have a choice. It was like, basically, how do you want it cooked? It was whatever cut they would give you.
Yeah,
But and they would put on the little plastic toothpicks based on the, like, did you pick rare or medium
Yep,
or
yep.
whatever. And so I remember I used to like to play with those because they were like yellow and green and red and whatever. But yeah, Western Sizzling.
Huh. Remember, it's not a buffet, but it was kind of like a buffet. Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
Old
they used to
school
have
Pizza
buffet.
Hut. It was a
Oh,
buffet, like
so
a
good.
salad bar, and then I thought they had like a dessert bar thing. I don't know why I'm thinking they had a dessert.
Well, CC's Pizza had like dessert
CC's. Yeah,
pizzas.
I've been there once or twice. It was funny. I drove by a Pizza Hut the other day. It was a Mexican place now, but you just, you look at the roof.
Yeah, yeah, you can
Like, dude,
tell.
that's a fucking Pizza Hut, man. That was like
Yep.
the best day ever. And you got to go to Pizza Hut.
Yeah, and like now, like you don't see the full restaurant anymore. They're just like the quick delivery places. Like the one we have by us is like a quick delivery place.
I didn't even
by
know
us,
we had
anyways.
one.
Yeah, yeah. It's between my house and Costco.
Oh, so it's in St. Charles?
Yeah.
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 Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it.
It's on the north side of 64.
Yep. By the car dealership?
Not far from there. Right up the
it's
street on the
it's
right.
before that. It's not a strip mall?
Yeah, it's in a strip mall. Yep.
Huh.
But it's just a carry out or delivery. Like there's just a place to sit down and wait.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess that's the move. I don't know. I feel like if someone brought back just one, I feel like people would fucking go, dude.
Especially if you did it all nostalgia based with like the old school cups and the weird light. Remember the lights they had? They're like the stained glass lights almost looking.
Yeah, like above a pool table.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. I think that would kill.
I do too.
think,
I really do.
Yeah, something nostalgic from what was it? Was that big in the 90s, early 2000s?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we used to have we had this thing called Accelerated Reader Program, and if you like read all your books, you get like a free personal pan, like on a Tuesday every other month or something. And like we used to love that. Oh my gosh, I'd read so many books trying to get that pizza.
Yeah, that was the best, dude. I'm trying to see if I can find a picture inside one.
They used to have the sick mugs that would come out with movies. There's like a Flintstone mugs. There was Batman mugs. There were like these glass cups. I still have them at my house in Texas. Like Pokemon, you got to catch them all, man. They were cool.
So there's look at that.
There we go.
Pizza Hut. So there's that one. And then
it's super old school.
This one. Where is it?
That was like Pizza Hut number 2. It's like the second one ever.
Yeah, the Checkers, dude. The Checkers.
Yes.
Look at these ones. This one's fancy. It's got Pizza Hut fucking lanterns.
That is cool. That is cool.
This Texas Pizza Hut is a time portal back in 1980.
Yep.
Was this a thing right now?
I feel like if they did that,
a large slice of nostalgia. Oh, it's June 2023.
Yeah.
Step back inside Easy's. This Texas Pizza Hut. Dude, I love it.
I feel like if you did that and you had a bar in there, done.
Oh, dude. Bunch of drunk guys after baseball.
Oh my gosh, it'd be incredible.
Oh, look at that, dude. Hempstead. Must be someplace in Texas. Hempstead, Texas. Transported back to the 80s. Furnished vintage sign, retro aesthetics, and red checkered table mats. That is cool. Originally opened in the 80s, remodeled. Franchise owner Mike Purnell decided to go with the classic look. I did the right thing. This is probably the nicest sit-down restaurant in town. Sick. Oh, man. This is pretty cool.
Oh, my gosh.
It's got the salad bar.
Hell yeah.
Dude, they did it right. Hempstead. We're going to have to go there after we squat.
All right, but we can't put it in St. Charles. That's too nice of a town.
No, dude. We
got to put it out. No, we got to put it out somewhere else.
Elburn? Nah, we need more people, dude. It's got to be popular.
Nah, we got to put it way out there somewhere. So
West Chicago?
A tourist destination in Chicago.
It sounds like Chicago, but it's west.
Put it in Shabana.
No one's going to Shabana for
Oregon. Put it in Oregon.
Yeah. I'm thinking Geneva. Yep, that's what the place needs.
That's what Geneva. It really spice up the place. Really make it.
No, Campton Hills. On your way to St. Charles. There we go.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Yeah. Well, there's that kids park and bulldoze that fucking thing over. Kind of right by your house. Bulldoze that.
What is that thing?
Peck and 38. Knock that fucking thing right over, and we'll build a Pizza Hut and a gym.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's a good idea, dude. I'm telling you. When everybody just walk there, we don't have to drive. Squat night, walk to Pizza Hut.
Yep.
Yeah. If we had all the money, that's what I'd do.
Then we just get China House to open up over here and we'd be good to go.
Yeah. Pizza Hut, China House behind it. We employ everybody. This place, the fucking economy would be booming.
Booming. Biggest economy ever.
Ever. Yep. St. Charles never been better.
Hopefully you get that mayor job, buddy.
The what? The mayor.
The mayor job. Yeah. When are you running?
Right now I'm running away from it.
Oh, come on. You got to run towards it.
I don't know, dude. I think that's an older people job. I mean, I think it'd be good for a younger person in general to be there, but like it's you have to like hold office, and that can't be your only job because it pays $18,000 a year.
Well,
so it's like you can't. How the fuck are you gonna hold office? You have to have a day job because there's no way it pays you much. And what's the first thing you do when you're a mayor? Is up your own pay? Like that doesn't look good. So
I mean, Tom, just save up, take a leave of absence from work.
Okay.
Tell your wife and kids, hey, it's gonna be a lean couple years. Got to serve my community.
Hey, this is for the betterment of us.
Got to give back. Got to give back. Mayor of St. Charles. We got to open an old Pizza Hut.
My first executive order: take my salary and I'm gonna dump it into a Pizza Hut. Yeah, 18 grand will go far into a Pizza Hut. We'll get the machines out there.
You get the buffet.
Break dirt. Yeah, we'll get a couple chandeliers. Some probably fucking super expensive. Yeah.
Well, I think the campaign's really shaping up here, Tom.
What are you gonna run on? Pizza Hut. That's
Pizza Hut.
What about school policies? No. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Come
Pizza Hut.
I got 2 words. Pizza Hut.
Everybody who was born in the 80s are going to know what that is. Everybody who was a kid in the 90s and early 2000s will understand what it is. That's who your voter base is. That's your 24 to 50. Well,
and they could have catered the concert I was just at.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, Geneva. Well, I'll kind of throw off the name a little bit.
Well, it can be Pizza and Wine Festival next year.
Well, they do have a wine festival. Actually, hold on. They have a wine festival in Geneva and a tequila and tacos. So now we need a pizza and beer. Oh, pizza and beer. I was going with a P word. Pizza and what's a good P word besides porn? Pizza and poetry.
Now we're talking.
That's like
you
the
have to
opposite
read
of porn.
poetry as you're eating your pizza.
Bam, dude. Yeah, vintage waitresses. Well, we dress vintage. Not. No, you don't have to be formally employed there back in the 80s. I think we're on to something, dude. This is at least a couple $1,000 idea.
I just God help me. I just got this image of like people like little rascals driving around serving you pizza. Like little motorized chairs. Like,
yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, they just feel bad, so they get tipped a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh.
Pulling the heartstrings. I was at a restaurant. This was fucking 4 or 5 years ago with the crew leader at work, and it's this. It's in Elgin. I forget what it's called. You would never go there because when you get to a place and the menu is a fucking book, and you're like, oh, they're going to be really bad at 800 things instead of like good at 10 things. I'm like, this is not a good start. And the lady was so old. I was like, I don't want to ask her to refill my water because she has to go back and get the pitcher, and I don't want her to care. So I just I think I went to the truck halfway through and just grabbed a bottle of water because I'm like, I don't want to ask her for anything. And the food was bad, everything sucked, and for some reason the guy I was working with got like liver and onions. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? He's like, well, I just always want to try it. This is not the place. He's like, it was not good. This sucks. Let's get the fuck out of here, dude. I'm like, I don't want to. I have like this much water for my whole entire meal. I'm just sipping on it. I'm like, I don't want. I'm gonna ask Dorothy to come back, dude. No way, she might not make it.
Yeah, she's not wearing her life alert.
Yeah, felt real bad.
Man.
So
do you do that too? And I'm not saying like, I don't know, I'm not saying like I'm some sort of wonderful special person or anything. I'm just saying that my tendency is to be overly polite to the point that I won't say things like that. Like I just can't bring myself to do it.
Yeah.
It bothers me too much to be like perceived to be rude. Even though it's somebody's job, it still bothers me.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do it to Dorothy. Now, if you're some kid and you fucking suck, I'm gonna let you hear it.
Oh, 100%.
I've done that before, and I've almost been like too much,
Mm.
where it's just like, I already have a resting bitch face, so that doesn't help. And then when I'm aggravated because I asked like 6 times for my daughter's meal and you still didn't bring it, and then it's like, all right, why don't you just give me a box to go? Oh, the food's coming. I go, no, that's not what I asked. Like, I just give me the food to go because we're leaving and the check. And then all of a sudden I sound like an asshole, but I'm like, well, you fuck this thing to tears, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. If you're younger, especially if you're a guy, if it's a girl. I don't know why. Maybe I'm sexist towards men, but I just feel like if you suck and you're like 22 years old and you're a waiter, well, I don't fucking like you. But if you're like a girl and you're like new, and I'm like, well, she's trying. But if you're a guy, I'm like, get your shit together, dude.
Tom, this campaign is really shaping up.
No more male waiters.
Pizza Hut, I'm sexist towards male waiters.
Yeah. You guys
Your
suck.
platform is clear.
Well, unless, hold on, I'll take it back. If you're like a middle-aged man, sometimes those are like the best waiters. Like that place that Gregory I like going to in Barrington. These guys are so fucking good. They know everything. They're like super fucking what do you call it? Like personable. They remember your name. I've only had male waiters there, and I'm like, these guys are the best ever. These guys are awesome. But sometimes it's like a 25-year-old kid. You're like, just dude, get away from me. You're gonna fuck this thing up. Like, would you get like a girl out here, an old man, or not old man, but like a middle-aged man knows his shit? You don't even know what the fucking difference between this fucking steak and fat is. Get away from me.
We're back to the Little Rascal survey again.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm weird about that stuff, dude. I don't want like a young kid as my waiter.
Yeah, look, if you're gonna spend money eating out, right? You want the person taking your order to be detail oriented. You just do. You don't want some kid who's kind of flippant about it, or like, oh, I'll just, I don't need to write it down. I got it up here. And it's
God,
like,
that drives me nuts.
Really? You sure?
Another guy at work, some guy did that to us in a restaurant. It was some guy who was like 25, 30. And he's like, no, I remember it. He's like, I don't want to be wowed with your brain right now. Because I just want my food correct. He goes, no matter how good you are, somebody always messes up my food. He goes, I don't want to be wowed by you right now. Please just write my food order down. He goes, no, I got it. He's like, fine. This is what I want. And he got fucked up. Oh, sorry. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I don't like, dude, we're at Old Republic. We're not at like a fancy steakhouse where it's like you're expected to be like, that much better and that impressive. Like,
right.
Dude, you fucked up a burger and fries. Like, come on, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't want to be impressed. I've only been impressed by like one. Back to the old ladies. She was an old lady. I was at the steakhouse with my girlfriend. We were like 16. Her parents took me to this place. And it was like it wasn't like a simple order. We all ordered like different steaks with different sides. And she did not fuck one thing up. She remembered everything.
Wow.
Like, damn, dude, this lady's got it. She knew her shit. I only had one.
It is rare, but it is appreciated when you find it.
Yeah, it is. Fuck, that was 16 years ago, and I still remember it.
Still remember it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's wild. But
yeah, and I mean, yeah. Well, who do you think would be the best waiter out of our friend group?
I would say not Finn, but he's super personable. Finn's nice to everybody. He gets along with everybody.
That's true.
He
would get good tips.
He would get good tips because he's funny, but he might push it and he might get drunk. So, because he's at a job where he can't have anything. He can't have a phone. Obviously, he can't drink. He can't have he has a lot of can't. So he's very probably more normal. You give him a job where there's a bar next to him. He's like, well, he could drink and it's not real like huge repercussions. He might lean towards that bar. I'm trying to think. Cam wouldn't be very good. Not very personable.
Cam be, mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, don't get that. No. You trying to get big?
I got you.
Talking to girls. You trying to get big or what? Don't eat that. Eat this.
Yeah, let me get you this. Let me get you the special lunch, chicken tenders and rice.
Yeah, it's called the Cam. Yeah, it's a bucket of tenders from Jewel Osco. I feel like you'd be pretty good at it. You're pretty personable. I feel like I would be like real hit or real miss. I don't know.
What do you mean? Based on just like your tolerance for people on the day?
Yeah. It depends on the day. Usually, I think lately I've been better. With as the years goes by, with tolerance for stupidity, especially at work and shit. It's just like let's just fucking figure this out and move on. And most of the time, it's me figuring it out, which is fine. There's a lot of stupidity, and I felt like I've handled it better. But I don't know, man. Being a waiter, I think one time because I was a cook for like 4 years roughly, worked in the kitchen. And they sent me out once to like bus tables. I
Mm.
don't think I was serving. And I fucked it to tears. Like I would drop in everything every time I
Oh
came.
my
And luckily
gosh.
the plates were done, right? So like
Yeah,
I could
right.
drop a fork or a plate, like at least there's no food on it. And I did it for like 12 minutes, and my boss is like, "Yeah, you go back in the kitchen now.
Oh,
You're not
geez.
meant for this." Like I just wasn't. I don't know. I just kept dropping shit. I'm not good at like stacking and know when to stop, and like I don't know. I just everything kept falling off as I was walking
Um,
around.
unless you're stacking plates at the China house.
Some stacking plates. That's an easy one because there's no silverware in between, and I have control. You don't control the plates when they give them to you. They're giving me a fucking pile of shit and you got to hold on to it. I wasn't very good at that. I'll go back to washing dishes. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. I was, that was my first like paid job, was to be a busboy at a all you can eat catfish restaurant.
Really?
Yeah, it was my first pay. I was 14 because my brother
Yeah.
worked there, so he'd drive me out, and then the boss would just pay me under the table.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, he just paid me
You
cash under
couldn't
the table.
work at 14, or is it just that was just the deal?
It was just a deal. Yeah. I'm sure you could with like a parent, whatever, but it wasn't, he
Yeah.
wasn't trying to pay taxes, employment taxes, and all that crap. He just wanted to meet somebody clean his fucking tables.
Yeah.
So I did. Yeah.
That's
And
sweet.
my best friend Ryan went out with me to work. And for some reason, Ryan's like a super nice guy, but him and this guy just did not get along well. And so like one time he had Ryan like scrub all the gum underneath the tables off. Like that was his job that day. Just go underneath every table we have and scrub all the gum that people stick underneath there off. He was so
Ugh,
mad. Oh my gosh,
that's
he was
terrible. I
pissed.
just fucking quit that job.
He wanted to. He wanted to really bad, but then he was like, "Yeah, what else am I going to go do?" We also had this lady named Miss Thompson who took care of this old Methodist cemetery that was like 15 miles outside of town. When I say old, I'm talking like people buried in the 1800s old.
Damn.
And she was like, "I'll pay you boys like $10 to come out here and clean up the cemetery." And we're like 14, 13. We're like, okay, like it's not great money, but at the same time, like this lady's asked for help. She's old, like cool.
Yeah.
So we go out there with her, and first of all, she's driving an Astro minivan. Do you remember
Oh
those?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Straight to the pizza
And
Hut.
exactly. So we get out there in that. It's 100 degrees outside. She opens the back doors of this minivan, and I'm expecting to see, normal tools like lawnmowers or weed eaters or things like that. No. She had a sickle.
Yep.
Yeah, if you don't know what a sickle is, just look up a Grim Reaper. It's the thing that they carry. That's what she brought out there for us to clear this cemetery with, a sickle by hand.
Well, sometimes if the grass is real tall, might be easier.
Sure.
I mean, maybe not.
I mean, we worked our asses off. We were sweating. Our hands were all callous. Like, if you ever swung a sickle for like 4 or 5 hours straight in 100 degrees, like you haven't lived. I'm just saying, it's quite the experience. And then, of course, we're hotter than hell. Yeah, exactly. Except we didn't have the cool. That's a nice ergonomic one. We didn't have the cool handle thing on it.
Oh, you didn't have the handle?
Hell no, it was just a pole.
Sharp
Literally
blades,
like
made
a
to
Grim
cut
Reaper.
short grass. Yeah, literally. Look at this guy. He looks like the Grim Reaper.
Jeez.
Jesus.
That's what I felt we looked like. Even though we were like 13, I felt like we looked like that down there.
Look at this. He's got Jerusalem cruisers on with socks. That guy is the Grim Reaper. He's for sure a killer.
I can't believe he made a video about this. That's the more impressive thing.
Mow into an edge and leave the windrow where it falls. You mean the grass?
I guess so. Oh, there's a website.
Oh,
Scythe, cymru.co.uk. That's a free shout out right there. You're welcome.
Lawn mowing could be a test of scyther skill. Lawn
Jeez.
factors. Scythe factors the blade. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, this is what we had to work with. And then to make it worse, we didn't have that website to read about it. A, we just had to figure it out. B, she was like, "Oh, I brought you boys snacks." And we're like, "Oh, gosh, you're so hungry and hot." Back then, everything was Tupperware, right? So in her Chevy Astro van, she had these plastic, remember the tall Tupperware pitcher It's like a plastic pitcher with like a little button on top. You could push it.
Yep.
So we had water that had been sitting in this plastic Tupperware for 2 hours. So it was like 105 degrees in there. And then she brought in the plastic Tupperware little bin, pimento and cheese sandwich. Not in a cooler, sitting in this Chevy van that had been baking in the sun for 2 hours. Like, wow.
Cooking. They're warming up.
We were really treated to something special that day. Let me just tell you. So
Man, that's
the
gross.
things that you do to try to help people and then make a little cash. Maybe it's on us. Maybe we should have said we'd do it for free, and she would have brought us steaks from Western Sizzlin or Pizza Hut.
Nah,
Maybe
same
because we
food.
said, maybe because we accepted the $10. I don't know.
Yeah, well, she
Maybe
ran
that's
out of money. Yeah, for food.
Well, she wrote us a check for $10. I'll never forget that.
You should keep that kind of cash on her. Kidding me? Get robbed, dude. Man, that's what you ever think. I always think that stuff made everybody like tougher. Like
100%.
drinking out of the hose, fucking Tupperware that had like BPA, what bisphenol A. What the fuck is that? That's not a thing. I don't fucking know.
Who
Just eat it,
cares?
idiot. Doesn't matter if it's hot as shit. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
It'll be fine. The cheese is old, but it's fine. It was in the sun, so it warmed up and it cooked the disease off. Like, yeah, that sounds good.
Yep.
Like, we used to leave meat on the counters. Like, there's like 3 ways to thaw food, right? There's in a bowl under running cold water. There's in the fridge, letting it thaw, and then cooking it is your third way to, like, I wouldn't say cleanly, however you say it, like the 3 actual ways, like from whatever website, so you don't get a disease. We would just leave it on the counter until it thawed.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like, oh, yeah, it's ready. Oh, but we're not going to eat dinner for a few hours, so we'll just leave it in the fridge and we'll pull it out before we got to grill. That's how we always did it. Always. Man, they would pull it out the night before. You would thaw out, then you put it in the fridge, and we're good to go. So I do that now. Tell Amber, I'm like, oh, you want steaks tomorrow? All right, I'll pull them out, and I'll put them in the sink at 5 a.m., and then I'll come home, and then they're thawed. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
They're like still somewhat cold, and I'll just toss them in the fridge. Good to go. It's like, that's how you get disease. And I go, yeah, I know that's what they say, but I did that my entire life growing up.
Never happened
got
to
a
me.
disease, never got the sickness from it. And it's not like they're fucking piss warm. And I'm like, oh yeah, this will be just fine for later. Like, I'm like, they're still cold.
Maybe you're just not disturbed enough.
What do you mean?
Because they were down with the sickness. You said you never got the sickness.
I never got that sickness, dude. Never got
We're
down
down
with the
with
sickness.
Yeah.
I feel like all that stuff growing up made us, like, I don't know, more resilient to whatever.
I mean, here's the thing. Do you think I ate that pimento and cheese? Hell yes, I did.
Fuck yeah, you did. You ate
Not
that
because I
washed
wanted
down
to.
with a boiling glass of water.
Yeah, not because I wanted to, because Miss Thompson took the time to make it for us, and I
Yep.
wasn't going to be rude to an elderly woman.
Yep.
Like, she gave us a scythe. Do you think we complained about it? Hell no, we didn't.
Nope.
My dad would have whooped my ass if I complained about that.
Yeah, we
He
need more
said,
of that.
help the lady. Yeah, she's like, you gave her anything. You used your bare hands, son.
Yeah, dumbass.
But no, but it's true though. Like, I agree with you. Like, it builds character. It makes you more resilient. And I realize how old I sound. Oh my gosh, I sound so old. But it's true. Like, there's situations like that you get put into, and you realize that even though it's not what you want to do, or maybe the way that you would do it, that it's just being respectful of somebody else and giving them the win. Right? Like, that's what it's about. It's about giving someone else a win.
Yeah.
And I don't think we do that enough in a culture. And for sure, I don't know that I don't want to say we don't put our kids in those scenarios. I don't even know how I would put my kids in that scenario. That doesn't exist, at least here anymore, where we live. There's no opportunities to do stuff like that for my kids. I mean, maybe if I don't know, maybe if I really knew my community better, maybe, but even volunteering now it's great. I mean, I'm not knocking volunteering, but like, it's all very sanitized, right? You show up, you wash your hands, you pack food for 30 minutes, and then it's like, yay, we helped. And it's like, yeah, it is helping, but like, it's not what we used to do. It's like, hey, this person's this old lady's husband died. You need to go clean out her garage. Like, it's so weird. It's personal because you don't know the people, but it's her husband's stuff, and you're trying to ask her questions. You're like 15, but like, I don't know. Those scenarios, I think, just build a lot about you as a person, and we just don't get a chance to do it anymore.
Well, yeah, one that puts you in uncomfortable positions, and you have to be comfortable doing it. And nobody does uncomfortable things anymore. They all want to be comfortable. And then
Right.
two, it's like it's the same thing when we had a little bit of that in our like local community. We grew up.
Yeah.
We lived in the country, but my granny lived in Waterman, and we would, when it snowed, we'd clear our own driveway, and then we'd go to Granny's and clean hers. And
Mhm.
then this lady across the street, well, her husband's out of town or she's elderly as well. So we'll just go do hers. Or they'd give us money, like, no, we're good.
Yeah.
We're fine. Because my granny would always pay us anyway. She'd give us fucking $5-10. I'm like, yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
And we would just go around and be like, yeah, well, no, she needs help. She needs help. Me and three brothers inside of a town. Obviously the fucking driveways are huge. So it'd be done in like 20 minutes.
Right.
And it was just like a thing you did. It was no like discussion. It's not like my dad, like, you fucking get your ass over there and do it. It's like, oh no, son, she's over there. You can go do one more because she can't do hers and she can't go leave today to go to the store unless you do it. You're like, oh fuck, now I feel good.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think, like you said, it's about community. I don't think the way our communities are set up allow for that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. Yes, I know my neighbors, and if they needed something, for sure I would help them and vice versa. But you used to know your neighbors so well that, like, it wasn't even a question. You just did it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know my neighbors that well. Maybe that's on us. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's the norm here. You know what I mean?
Well,
it just doesn't seem like it's a normal thing.
Well, it could be too. Like, I mean, where I live, and I'm maybe where you live, I don't know. Your community's a lot bigger than mine. Like, we have 72 houses in our subdivision. Like, you probably have 200, so it's a little different.
Right.
But our houses in our area is the oldest person's 55, 60. There's no elderly lady across the street that needs help. It's just when you get a certain age and your kids move out, you're like, well, I don't need this house anymore. So I'm out.
That's true.
And that's just how kind of the cycle goes. And then our neighborhood was developed in 06. So it's like, yeah, you got the people that moved in, and then the kids are now in their 20s and they're about to be sold. And the next generation, like me and my family, are now in these houses that are 20 years old. And so we don't have, Edna across the street that needs help. And it's just like, our kids don't get to see that shit. And it's just kind of unfortunate. We're like, you need to be helping others expecting nothing. And that's the perfect 100%. Lesson to get it is moving snow, cleaning out the garage after someone died, taking down trees, mowing lawns for free because, okay, we're able to do these things. We expect nothing in return. And it's a win too, because you as a kid, like, I still remember it, and I would feel good about myself after doing it. Like, you just did a good deed, for no reason other than just to help.
Yeah. No, I was listening to a podcast the other day about, I don't remember what it was about actually, but the person was just basically making the comment, like, if you're feeling like you're a little bit down or anxious or whatever, try to find things in your day that make you feel good about yourself. And it's not that BS like, oh, I'm smart enough and strong enough, from SNL skit kind of thing. Like, literally, like, something like that, like volunteering, helping somebody, like, it makes you feel good about yourself. Like, try to find ways to do things like that on a consistent basis. But anyway, yeah, it's a really interesting point. And you still do that though. I mean, even my mom's house, you volunteered to come and help clear trees and brush. You didn't ask for anything. Nobody even necessarily asked you to do it. I just told you I was going to do it. You just showed up and did it.
Yeah. Yeah. But I like that kind of stuff too. It's like that's good for Tom. It's like, that's why even like we work at elderly customers' houses and, like, my day-to-day job. And sometimes just like, hey, do you like, the service got caught up in your trees. Like, you want me to just cut that whole side of your tree down and I'll drag it to the street. So it just doesn't, you don't have to wait for us to come back to get your power back on, and it won't happen again. Yeah. Oh, that'd be really great. I was going to do it. And I'm like, no, I got a truck in your yard and I'm in a bucket. So I can be done in 4 minutes and I'll have my apprentice drag everything to the front. Oh, that'd be the best thing ever. Yep. Don't mention it. See you later. Hey, here's some money for lunch. And absolutely not. Oh, you can take it. Nope. I'm good. Thank you, man. Bye. And I leave as fast as I can. Because they always try to pay us. I'm like, no, I'm getting paid. That's fine.
Right. Yeah. So let me ask you this, and then maybe we can end on this. Do you think the world's in as bad shape as the way it's portrayed, or do you just think there's not enough stories about stuff like you're talking about? Like, which one is it? It's got to be one or the other. There's no way it's down the middle, in my opinion. It's either we're going to hell in a handbasket here, or there's actually a ton of good people. It's just not newsworthy because it's boring.
Yes, I would fault to the latter. It is. I think there's good things happening. I don't think people get the recognition, and everybody focuses on the bad, right? I don't think everything's as bad as the news always makes it seem. Like, all the people that are terrible to each other and mean and just fucking go out of their way to do bad shit. It's like, I don't know any of those people, and not that I would know someone personally, but I also don't hear about those things. Like, in general, I think majority of people are nice. Maybe people are misunderstood. There's a lot of that, and there's a lot of assumptions. Like, people, okay, that guy's a fucking asshole. Well, maybe he just as bad at making friends, so he's just a tough guy. Like, you know what I mean? I think there's a lot of that as opposed to hell in a handbasket. I think, you know, in generally, but we're also a little bit sheltered. Like, look, we're living in a nice area. We pay high taxes. We're in a nice part. Like, you could leave your car unlocked outside and like, I can't count the known times I left my fucking garage doors open. And
wait, you left your DeVille unlocked?
Unlock keys in it, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I leave that. I don't think my key stopped working, so I can't lock it. So I mean, everybody, I don't think anybody's taking this. I got like fucking tools in the back seat. Like, usually people are leaving money on my windshield. But no, I just don't think it's as bad as, you know, you read and see everywhere. I think it's actually pretty good, and we're, you know, both fortunate enough and work hard enough to be in a really good spot, just geography. In this location.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think there is good things going on. I just don't think you hear about the stories like you said. But at the same token, there's not. The little old lady needs help. Like, I don't know where that is anymore. I don't know where we teach those kids those lessons, because I don't have a Mary across the street. You don't have an Edna that needs help. Like, we don't have the same type of thing. Like, no, but you're going to help them for this. Like, there's none of that in my neighborhood. There's not much of that, or any in your neighborhood that I know of. So it's like, where do you teach kids to?
Well,
it's just serving others, especially just helping the elderly. Full circle, you know?
It's funny. There's a couple across the street from me who is elderly, but and when we get that like super wet, heavy snow, like I'll go and clear the part where the plows push it over there to the front of your driveway, because it's just so heavy. And he always tells me, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. And I'm like, no, I know you're not asking me to do it. It's just, I'm already doing mine. It takes me an extra 10 minutes to do that to yours. But no, the point being is that he's like, dude, I just pay people to do that stuff.
Yeah, that's
you know,
kind of
like,
where we're at. Is like, well, someone's going to show up in about 10 anyway to do this.
Yeah, like, you don't need to worry yourself about it. I got somebody coming already. It's like, oh, well, okay. All right, whatever.
I think there's a lot of that. That's just kind of where we are. Now, there was one instance, and we can end on this, is where I lived in St. Charles, my first house I bought. There's avenues in St. Charles, and there's the exact streets as well. So one side of the river's avenues, the other side streets. So you have 7th Street, 7th Avenue. Well, I had 417, I don't remember the road, 11th Avenue, and there was 417 11th Street. So this guy would get my mail. So he either got my number or somehow, I think I had his mail one time, and I was like, oh, I'm obviously not Gregory Smith. I'll just go drive it to this guy's house and drop it off. Could be anybody, right? So I just go knock on his door. Super nice old guy. He goes, I got some stuff of yours. He's like, I was going to make it out, but it's hard for me to get around these days. I got his mail. We sat and had a conversation like 30 minutes. You know, his family doesn't visit him. I felt real bad for the guy. So I try to I would kind of hope I got his mail, because I'm like, oh, I'll come over and drop our stuff and, you know, I'll talk with you for 20 minutes at your kitchen table. And then he fucking died, you know, a couple of years ago. I think the guy who bought my first house, we still have contact, because my mail went to his house last year for some business stuff, and he contacted me. We got it. And he goes, you know, the person at 417, the other side? I go, yeah, we get each other's mail all the time. He's real nice old guy. Go drop it off to him. He goes, yeah, I went to, and he passed away. I was like, oh man, that just like stinks. Like, that stuff sucks. Like, especially when they're in, like, you know, when they're in a nice community, but like, if no one visits them, no one knows they're there. People forget, people move away, and then he's still stuck there. And it's just like, gosh, like, that's why I try to take the time to, like, if I got his mail, take 20, 30 minutes, talk to him, see if he needed anything. And then, you know, I went on my way. But I feel like those times are kind of dwindling, unfortunately.
Yeah. And I don't know how to fix it, or, you know, I don't even know what the problem is necessarily. It's just like things that you wish we did that we don't do. But maybe we just all got to leave here and go live in a small town. Let's all move out back to Pittsburgh, Texas.
Yeah, let's go find that Pizza Hut.
There's actually a new one in town, I heard.
In Pittsburgh?
Yeah, and I think there's a buffet. And I am not joking, actually. My mind is coming around to this fact that my mom told me that.
Yeah, tell your mom to get a picture.
I will.
Yeah, we'll have to. We'll have to see that. We'll have to make a trip out there after we squat or something.
Yeah, just the old 1,000-mile one-way road trip.
Yeah, dude. Go see the town of Pittsburgh.
Yeah. If we don't eat from the time we squat until we get there, we'll be really hungry enough to just demolish that buffet.
Kill that buffet, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, let's end on that, dude. We did an hour. Fucking, I was a fast hour 10. I thought we were gonna do 30 minutes.
I did too.
So, yeah, we'll end on that. Thanks for everybody for listening. We are brought to you by Pioneer Fit. As always, support them. They support us. Official Be Better brand for all your training and nutrition needs. Be Better Barbell Club for all your training, in-person training. Join the gym. Come squat with us Fridays, typically at 4. We're always squatting. Check out the club. If you like a club that's not full of fucking broccoli heads, idiots, people in your way, crowded, that's your gym. You can join ours and you won't have any of those problems. That's people's probably number one thing they love about it is half the time they are there by themselves. And when they're not there by themselves, they're usually with one of us or around really good people. We've happened to find about 40, 50 just good people that are in the gym. No one's weird, awkward. I don't know. We got real lucky. We didn't vet anybody really, and we got a really good group of people. So if you're looking for a
100%.
better gym in the Northern Illinois area, no bullshit, just lifting, and just around great members. So check us out. Check out HFB Apparel, HFB Supplements. I don't know what Finn's got going on for new t-shirts because he told me some stuff last episode and I don't remember what I can't say. So I don't want to spoil anything or for Massonomics to steal it. So
That's the big one.
that's the big one. We don't want to do that. But yeah, if you guys missed last episode, go to YouTube and check out the lives. It is on there, episode 286. It was, like I said, I couldn't get the audio because I had too full storage on here, but that issue should be fixed. Obviously, if you're listening to this, but the last episode, check it out on YouTube only.
286 and a half. Here we are. Done.
286 and a half. We'll wrap that up. Jacob, thanks for coming on. Thanks for talking about Zimbabwe. Good to have you. It's been a few episodes, so thanks for filling in for Finn since he is probably getting off work right now. But we will hopefully we got to get together soon. I told Finn maybe we'll drive out for a bench night in the next couple of weeks when the weather's still nice, and then we'll do something in person because those are always funner. So look forward to that. Until next week, shut up, Karen.
Okay, bye.